EEZEEconceptz, Mercy Chinwo, JUDIKAY plus the EFCC. Wetin dey sup? Kí ló ń fa gbas-gbos? Wetin be the matter wey be say be like say they no gree resolve for the chamber? Now we be say don dey front of the judge, the court, high court. Ladies and gentlemen, all the updates wey we fit gather na here I carry come today. Now, allegedly, mismanagement of some financial funds or royalty. Somebody dey try talk say they want their publishing right, they want get control of all the music wey they don do since 4 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, and some other details. JUDIKAY don come and talk outside of the story, while the EEZEEconceptz CEO don come outside. Ladies and gentlemen, update plenty. Now this matter, in case you no know wetin dey play, Mercy Chinwo was once signed to Easy Record or EEZEEconceptz, make we put am like that as the name dey be, during the time wey of her coming up to the industry, to the limelight, wey all those powerful songs wey get powerful numbers dey dey. If you notice say if you wan go watch am for YouTube, na where you dey always dey see am, the EEZEEconceptz YouTube, na you dey see am. Now wetin Eezy na come as I come talk, I'm going to play it for you, and this is why you have to watch it from beginning to the end, because after then I'm going to play the one of JUDIKAY, because she has come outside as at on the 25th of January 2025. She don drop a statement wey be say we even do some reading on now so you go understand. Ladies and gentlemen, first go hear EEZEEconceptz. When you come back, update plenty.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. EEZETEE, Music Executive, EezeeConceptz Global, Global Ministry. We're here at the court. There have been a purported and orchestrated evil agenda to sell the wrong impression to the public that we're running, and we'll keep wondering why we should be running. This is our country. No notice was given to me. We didn't know anything about the notice. And I've been appearing. I was at the EFCC on the 10th of December precisely, and I waited for about 4 hours, and nobody attended to me. We're here in Nigeria. If a fundamental human rights action had been filed against my right that was breached, because I was detained for about 9 days in Ilorin, April last year, and I needed to find out why should I be breached, why should I be detained. There was no court order for why my accounts were frozen, the company accounts as well. My company business was rendered completely put on the pause, and we wanted to find out why should this happen. This transaction is all predicated on the premise of a contract. There's a contractual relationship, for goodness sake. And this contractual relationship, prepared by a certified lawyer, Udo Odoma, who is our copyright lawyer. There was a breach on this contract where the said artist, who is supposed to be a gospel artist, who is supposed to have integrity, who is supposed to sing Jesus and mean Jesus, who is supposed to keep to her words and terms of agreement, breached the contract, boycotted monies for events into her personal accounts, where it was using the same contents that belongs to us, earns those monies personally without any form of remittance. We were remitting royalty until we sent a mail officially and said we would no longer send a mail to you, any more royalties, until there's a proper mutual financial reconciliation. We need to have a meeting, and this will be done on the premise of an unbiased audit, without any form of religious influence of one of your fathers or your mothers who have your interest and want to twist us to do what is not wrong. It's about justice. No, when we say these things, is it about money? No, this is not just about money. This is about truth. This is about sincerity. This is about integrity. This is about saying yes and you keep to yes. This is a 50-50 transaction where we have not even recouped capital. By that, I mean we're sharing 50-50 on gross, not on net. And that's a fair contract, for goodness sake. But when I got to the EFCC, I was told not to write my truth. I was told there's nothing about contract. All they just deal with is figures, and I should just write the monies that I'm owing. And I say we can't talk about monies without talking about what gave birth to money. The monies came as a result of the contract. This contract, monies was invested into the artist, and it generated this amount of money. And if there was money that was supposed to come to us and it wasn't coming, and we communicated, you cannot communicate and divert. You can't divert what you have communicated. And there's a mail to that effect. So how is this diversion? That's the question. The monies went into the right channels. By right channels, I mean the accounts that are known to the artist. There was no mail, regarding diversion of money. There was no resentment whatsoever with respect to how finances were going up until when this contract was breached. And we have every evidence to clear this. How then is this a criminal offense? This is a purported plan by a cartel of evil people who have the face and the mask of Christianity to destroy the system, to give an impression, I'm talking about someone who has earned over $1,500,000 from the same contract. How do you discredit what you have benefited from? The over $600,000 we're talking about is just for streams, not even for events. You know, we have series of meetings where you went for, you didn't tell people you were going, you hid it because you didn't want us to know. That's not transparency, for goodness sake. There is no way on the surface of the earth that you hear a label taking 50 and giving the artist 50. And I mean, we paid rent for 5 years, you didn't pay a dime, you don't have a receipt. We gave you cars for all the period. We expended 100% expenditure on your career. This is unfair. This is not the right thing to do. We didn't go to court. We went to court because I wanted to ask that my fundamental right. And why? Because every time I made efforts to see how we can sit down to resolve, the clergies refused. They said my attempt to want to have a peaceful resolution meant weakness, and I would not be bold enough to say, if I don't have anything else, I have my truth, I have my voice, and the world will hear. This is us at the court here at Federal High Court. I was told that I ran away and I'm here. This is Dr. EEZETEE. We had also said the right thing to do is to go through an arbitration. When the audits collapsed because of the bias by the people who are supposed to handle it right, we now said, okay, let's explore what the contract provides, which is arbitration through the multi-door court, where this platform brings an independent auditor, either from ICANN, that is neutral and not affiliated to any of the parties, to look into the books. I will publish all our books to the world to see, and let her publish hers as well. Let there be transparency to the world, since we cannot settle it privately. What I will not take is to be twist. I will not be bullied. I will not be intimidated. No, I will not. It won't happen. Nobody has exclusivity or monopoly of madness. The law is the law, and it's clear. Regarding catalog, I've been threatened that if they will put charges on me. They will put charges on me using the clicks and the connections that they have, and I won't have an option, you know, and I won't have an option but to relinquish the catalog. I must go to jail, but all manner of threats, and this is coming from Christians, people who call the name of the Lord. We are here at the court, and we have filed for a motion for the warrant of arrest to be set aside until it is clearly established if this is a civil transaction or not. And as God will have it, the judge and the court has granted that motion be set aside. I want to thank you for following this. Please pay attention to the truth. Don't be a fanatic. Don't say, oh, I love this person, I hate. No, pay attention closely to the sequence of what this has happened. There are picture evidences, there are video evidences, there are contractual witnesses to this, and these people are alive. Let questions be asked. Don't be swayed by your love and emotions, you know, the emotional connection you have to the people who sing. Don't be deceived by religiosity. No, a lot of times appearance is not reality. Pay attention to the nitty-gritty of this. This event is going to unveil and unravel a lot of evil that goes on within the gospel ecosystem. My name is Dr. EEZETEE, and I want to thank the members of press and the public for granting me here. On my left are part of members of my team, my legal department, and we have Barrister Isaac here, and we have Barrister Maxwell. Thank you so much, my lead counsel, Dr. Obani San, Ife, and everyone who is a part of ensuring that this truth is cascaded to the world, and members of the public. Thank you so much.
Please allow some follow-up questions. First is, you said you reeled out the number of things that you did for Mercy Chinwo. Is this exclusive to her?
Sorry?
You reeled out a number of things that you did for her.
Yeah.
In your press release, you said you made her, you said you gave her the flat apartment.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Is this exclusive to Mercy Chinwo, or
with respect to her contract?
Sir, look up, sir.
So that's the contractual obligation. From our own end, we're supposed to provide all costs. It's a 360 deal, which means a recording and management contract. So we provided all costs: production costs, housing costs, you know, video costs, mobility costs, and we have the receipts and evidence for all of this. Yes. So yeah.
Is it exclusive to Mercy Chinwo?
It is not exclusive to
artists under your
label. It is
label?
exclusive to all the artists on the label. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Herself and every other person that is part of this orchestrated conspiracy.
So all other artists enjoy.
They enjoyed it, yeah. Yes, please. Yes.
50-50 for every other artist.
Yes, so it's a 50-50 for her, and then it's a 60-40 and 40-60 for some others, and then 50-50 for. But at the end of the day, the ratio is about 50-50, yes, based on the agreements.
Okay, sir. And then you said while you were in EFCC custody.
Yes, please.
You stressed that it's a civil dispute.
Yes, please.
But they said they are dealing with
figures that I shouldn't talk about.
They want you to acknowledge that
I was
you owe her.
Okay.
So how did it end?
The reason I stayed 9 days in EFCC is because they said to me that if I do not write what I am told to write, I would remain in detention. So because I needed to be free, it's my very first time being in the police station. I want to challenge the public that you will not find my name traced to any law enforcement agent anywhere in the world. I've never visited the police station before. I am a credible Nigerian. I do business and straight. But then I was told that if I do not write, compelling me to write in the manner I was being told to write, that I was going to remain in their custody. And what do? What do? You have to follow somehow. So under duress, I did the things that I did, and then I agreed to transfer a certain amount of money, of course. Because the account was blocked, I didn't get a court order. Okay, $274,000 was made to be transferred to her. And then I said to them, why are you making me to transfer money to her when she is not remitting or giving back what she owes? She owes the company a third album and a couple of singles. She has money she's boycotted into her personal accounts that we're not aware of. She didn't give account of. She has events she had attended. We need this transparency has to be both ways. So it's already one-sided. You're right, ensuring that it just comes from we too, but because we're under a lot of pressure and we needed to be free, I had to concede to that, and that's what we went to challenge at the fundamental human rights. Thank you so much. Please pardon my passion.
I appreciate you watch am from the beginning to the end. You hear wetin everything wey you talk plus the question wey they ask am. Now, as at January 25, 2025, ladies and gentlemen, Mercy Chinwo has not responded, or our team has responded to what EEZEEconceptz CEO said.
We are solicitors to Minister Mercy Chinwo, hereinafter referred to as Minister Mercy. It is with deep concern that we address the recent controversies surrounding Minister Mercy's relationship with Mr. EEZEEconceptz, her former manager. While we would have preferred to maintain silence on this matter, the severity of the falsehood being circulated compels us to clarify the fact and set the record straight. General note: contrary to the sensational narratives, Minister Mercy did not initiate any court action case against Mr. EEZEEconceptz regarding our music catalog. At no point has she claimed that a 50-50 revenue split from her DSP earnings is unfair. The issues with Mr. EEZEETEE are, in fact, grave matters that have posed significant threat to her life and cannot be easily exhausted, but she has preferred to remain silent. What were the real issues? Minister Mercy's journey with EEZEETEE began humbly during her days as EEZEETEE's backup singer in Port Harcourt. Over time, their work relationship flourished, with EEZEETEE assuming a local parentis role, advising and monitoring her. Their relationship was not born out of contract, but beyond. She honors him like a father. He commenced managing her early in 2017, introducing her to his pastor, Pastor Temple Odoko, and later specifically advised that they sign a management contract on her birthday to remarkably announce their work. He brought the contract, and it was happily executed on September 5, 2017 in Port Harcourt. Note, date, and place. Work relation. The work relation was super cordial. Minister Mercy's Excess Love project was recorded in 2017, and it was a major success. Other projects followed. EEZEETEE put in the work and passion. He talked big on his vision for gospel music in Nigeria, and she strongly bought into it. Relocation to Lagos. The grace of God was evident, and need to relocate to Lagos became crucial in 2018. He established the structure, and they worked with unity and a common vision. Everyone was committed to the organization vision, and she was instrumental in ensuring that more gospel ministers, starting with JUDIKAY, joined the organization in early 2019. The turning point. Towards the middle and end of 2019, commencing the third year of working with EEZEETEE, things began to change gradually. They had discussions, as usual, about the organization and her plans. He expressed his intention for her to extend her 5-year contract to 12 years. However, she declined, stating that she's got other plans. Afterwards, she noticed that at any given opportunity to address any issue, EEZEETEE would be hostile and make reference to the contract. They started talking tough and repeatedly about the contract, which was not the norm. It was at this point that she realized she needed to have a copy of the contract. As the situation got worse in 2020, she demanded for her copy of the contract. By the way, her copy of the contract was only given at the end of the contract time, on the 23rd of November 2022. By the 4th year, the relationship had become extremely toxic, as Minister Mercy started to endure untold verbal and emotional assault that literally affected her person. EEZETEE would threaten her with statements like, "I will deal with you. I will mess you up. I made you whom you are. I can shut you up and nobody will hear you again. I will destroy your career," including the use of the F word. Sadly, on different occasions. Extremely hostile, antagonistic, and abusive. EEZETEE continued to intimidate her, isolating and bullying her, misleading people, inviting her for events about her availability. When she gets invitations to minister at programs, the management would respond to the invitee that she was not available or that she was sick. In some cases, the management would demand an outrageous fee for her to attend programs in order to frustrate the invitation. One of such heartbreaking incidents involved a church program that had been concluded for her to attend in October 2021, hosted by a father of faith in Edo State, Reverend Felix Omobode. EEZETEE suddenly told the host that Minister Mercy could not attend because she had a terminal health problem. She got wind of it and fought back. It became chaos while she threatened it was over and done with the organization. She was threatened with a contract, but she insisted she will go and minister against the management's wish. There were invitations after much pressure. He claimed the organizers did not make flight arrangements. She said she would attend by any means. He eventually booked the flight. To her surprise, her host came along with a medical team to the airport to receive her, believing she was unwell and may need support. Meanwhile, Minister Mercy also discovered that her ticket and that of EEZETEE had been long booked by the host. Reconciliation. Though broken, she made efforts at reconciliation. She prayed and had discussions with her spiritual mentor. She decided to make a deliberate effort to restore the good working relationship. She was led to sow a seed to him. She bought a brand new SUV for him as a seed. She made efforts, and they tried to achieve a genuine reconciliation. They reconciled, but he was more particular about posting the car on social media to appreciate her. She declined, and things got worse. The situation worsened as there was no longer trust. She lived in tears. She had to narrate her experience to Minister Chioma Jesus, whose intervention led to the management returning her call lines to her in December 2021 to manage her program scheduling herself, without removing her costs of logistics for travels and remuneration for her team members, which she must pay. She remitted an absolute total of 50% of any gift or honorarium with date and evidence to EEZETEE. If she delayed, it would certainly send a mail. Case of forgery. After a contract had expired on the 5th of September 2022, Minister Mercy was directed to get her copy of the contract from his pastor, Temple Odoko, who has now become their mutual father, and she got her copy on November 22, 2022. Shockingly, it turned out that the contract that was signed in 2017 had been replaced with another contract made in 2019. A new contract made in 2019 was altered to seem as if it was the document signed in 2017. Clearly, on the face of the contract, at the front page, the 2019 was altered to 2017 by turning the 9 to 7 with a pen. However, the commencement page was carelessly reading 2019. EEZETEE is challenged in one word to release the first 3 pages and the execution page of the contract in public. The contract to date has no original, just a photocopy. Due diligence revealed that after signing the original contract in 2017, 2 years later, when they had relocated to Lagos, EEZETEE secured the services of a prominent and respected law firm in Lagos, Udo Udoma and Bello Osage, to prepare a new contract in 2019. The contract was used to substitute the 2017 original contract. The contract was prepared and sent to him via email in 2019 by Udo Udoma and Bello Osage. He altered the front page of the contract to read 2017 and claimed it was the contract signed. Meanwhile, the commencement date was carelessly left at 2019 on the document. He refused to release the original contract signed in 2017, but the new one 2019. At the investigation meeting, our management partner, Pelumi Olajengbesi, respectfully asked Mr. Mena Ajapovi, ESQ, partner at Udo Udoma and Bello Osage, to speak to the integrity of the contract. The partner confirmed that while they drafted the contract in 2019, it was never signed in their presence, as EEZETEE claimed. He added that their firm sent it to him via email and was not aware of the 2017 alterations on the contract. This exposed the fact that it was not the same contract signed in 2017 in Port Harcourt. It is important to reiterate that while the 2017 contract was just about 5 pages, the 2019 contract, which was introduced by EEZETEE to replace the old contract, was 25 pages, allocating lifetime ownership of all music works to EEZETEE and cut in a manner intended to perpetually have Minister Mercy in servitude. Other issues. EEZETEE in the continued onerous act. Doctored report received from Symphonic, Africori, and YouTube by not declaring the contract revenue split to be paid out to Minister Mercy. It brought documents in the mid-years of the contract that she needs to sign to help recover her revenue from publishing as songwriter. Yet, he falsely listed himself as the writer of all her songs to receive revenues as both writer and producer. He refused to remit her a penny from the publishing revenue for the past 7 years, from interception till date, and Minister Mercy didn't make it an issue. He did not remit his choiced 50% of the digital streams earnings from 2022 to 2024, a complete 2 years. EEZETEE claimed that he has paid her over $600,000. That couldn't have been the reason for the issues. Minister Mercy recorded and released almost 40 songs with him. Whatever he has remitted to her is from the 50% ratio, and she has never complained about the percentage. After the contract, Minister Mercy made significant efforts to record an additional album before the expiration of her contract. She had clear instructions on the song, wrote them down, and sent a list to EEZETEE requesting a recording schedule. However, his responses were dismissive, with one reply stating, "Now you dey teach me work now," and another time indicating he was too busy at the time. After the original contract, which spanned from 2017 to 2022, had expired, EEZETEE insisted that the contract be extended. He justified this by citing the fact that a third album had not been recorded, referencing a questionable contract clause from 2019. Apostle Anselm Madubiko intervention. Apostle Anselm attempted to help resolve the matter on several occasions. We were advised to forgive and forget, and we happily did. EEZETEE was told to remit Minister Mercy's due, and everyone agreed on an independent audit. A neutral auditor was appointed. The audit was about to start when EEZETEE pulled out and refused to comply further on the excuse that his lawyer was not at the meeting where the audit was agreed upon. The auditor had to resign for lack of cooperation. Having seen the volume of revenue coming, he had to manipulate a new contract. Forgery and diversion investigation. At the EFCC investigation panel in 2024, with all parties present and their lawyers, it was established that the sum of $274,000 had been unlawfully retained and diverted by EEZETEE from digital platform revenues, reviewed as at then, EEZETEE claimed Minister Mercy had asked him to help keep part of the revenue to avoid mismanagement and that he was holding the remaining to ensure reconciliation before releasing the payment. He stated there was no intention to steal. He was understood. The money was recovered peacefully. EEZETEE now admitted at the EFCC office for very first time that there were two contracts. The original signed in 2017 and another he introduced 2 years after the actual contract had been signed. He, however, appealed that the matter be settled amicably in peace. They started crying and preached peace. Minister Mercy broke down emotionally, also in tears. There was forgiveness and reconciliation. The legal practitioner representing Mr. EEZETEE, Dakbo Akioshun San, senior partner at Simmons Copper Partners, admonished that parties should settle as Christian family. EEZETEE apologized in tears to Minister Mercy and reconciliation was encouraged. Parties settled, and the learned Silk encouraged that a settlement agreement be prepared and signed afterwards. A draft agreement was prepared and sent to us by the learned Silk, representing EEZETEE, outlining terms aimed at amicably resolving the matter. After reviewing the draft, we provided our input to address certain terms and awaited the signing of the final settlement agreement. However, upon following up with the learned Silk, the last response remained that we should wait. Court case. Just as we were waiting for EEZETEE to finalize the settlement peacefully by signing, we were told that EEZETEE had engaged a new lawyer and had now taken the matter to court. EEZETEE was the one who filed a court case against Mercy Chinwo and JUDIKAY separately in suit referenced LMDC/0924/289/WI-M. The same EEZETEE pushed the false report to Minister Mercy, taking him to court for a catalogue to mislead the public and draw sentiment or pity to him. He filed another suit in court against the EFCC for investigating the allegations. We later heard that he has been charged for fraud by EFCC. A warrant of arrest issued for him to be compelled to appear before the court. Final settlement. Minister Mercy firmly believes that the Lord has settled her and wiped away her tears, reaffirming her position that these issues are not beyond resolution. However, EEZETEE should tell the world, as he has been doing, what happened to the 2017 contract she signed in Port Harcourt. What is the reason behind the introduction of a new Lagos-based contract in 2019? Why was the document forged? And why has he refused to inform the public about the true state of the two contracts? Minister Mercy deeply appreciates your prayers, love, and continued support during this time. Signed, Pelumi Olajengbesi ESQ, solicitors and attorneys at law to Minister Mercy Chinwo.
The like of JUDIKAY, I go play now some videos too where we say eezeeconceptz posts for his social media platform based on say when he and JUDIKAY then get meeting, or he first post when they first sign am or kind of like that wey be say when she dey appreciate say eezeeconceptz do like this, eezeeconceptz no do like that, he post am. Wey be say come post her parents, audio videos. So na the video you get, go and watch the videos.
A beautiful experience. I have grown in my boss's hand. There's a video coming up that you would like, you'd surely see where my boss played a huge role in one of the downtrodden days of my life. I just finished performing. I had a health situation on stage, and I will never forget that day because he was there for me in front of a 5,000 crowd. I felt like a failure. And he was there for me. Now, people who see JUDIKAY now will think that I've been a Superman for me. No. There were people who, behind the scene, were telling me, you can do this regardless of this going on. And my boss has played that role. He's a loving man. He's a father. He invested in me when you know. So thank you, sir, for all that you do. Thank you for investing in me when you looked all bleak. We celebrate you always. Salute.
I have removed this my cap to pray for Easy. It is well with Easy.
It's well with Easy.
It is well with
God
you.
will bless you.
God will bless you left and
Even
right.
if far from you in the morning, the
We
day
are
and night.
happy to receive this.
You and your
substance
wife,
from
your children will never see you.
You are honorable.
As men that bless you, they shall be blessed. As
You
men
will
that curse you,
never
shall
come
be
down.
cursed.
Were there issues of concern on the contract that you felt you should have brought to our notice? Or maybe we didn't provide an opportunity. Maybe you didn't have an opportunity to bring it forward and establish an opportunity for us to look at it, give clarity, where necessary. And then generally or holistically, would there be any discrepancies you want to bring forward that you want us to address or deal with before we move into financials? Sorry? You can't say none whatsoever. Every system run by man would have its. You can't say here that EEZEEconceptz has run perfectly and optimally to your expectation and to all that you desire. You don't have any what?
Any discrepancy to them.
So for the past 4 years, you've not had any issue. There's not been any contractual discrepancy. You feel like there's a part of the contract that is the devil. Maybe whilst you signed, you didn't notice that you were signing your liver, your kidney. Because some contracts right now, when you sign, you automatically initiated. So it might not even be financial issues. It might be demonic issues. It might be issues of cultism. Maybe somehow Easy just portrayed a lot of kingdom and Jesus stuff. We got into it and realized that he's affiliated to one thing. Yeah, so we need to be sure. Sincerely, we need to be sure so that we can deal with them. Or maybe apologize for some of those areas. And then go forward. That being said,
thank God is on record. If we had concerns as to these computations, then we'll come with, let's go through everything. But we don't have concerns. And we don't have concerns is not coming from sentiments. These are not sentimental statements. So we're saying we are good.
Now, after this one, November 25, 2025, Naim JUDIKAY come out for our social media platform Instagram, come drop notes where she come talk about wetin sup, how she feel, her opinion, and wetin she gats do.
I am compelled to address recent misinformation circulating in the media about my professional relationship with my former record label, eezeeconceptz. This statement seeks to clarify the facts while reaffirming my unwavering commitment to my ministry and career, which I have dedicated to glorifying God through music. My contract with eezeeconceptz began in February 2019. However, from 2019 to 2023, I was never granted access to my back end nor allowed to receive payments directly from their source. All receipts sent to me were created by the label, and I accepted them in good faith, trusting my former boss without question. Before the customary closure meetings at the expiration of my contract, I began discovering significant financial discrepancies. These findings were later confirmed during the closure meetings. At this point, I requested an audit of my financial dealings for the first time in years. Strangely, this request led to my former boss blocking all communication with me, halting the closure process entirely. Since my contract officially ended in February 2024, I sought proper closure through my lawyers. Despite repeated requests, the label's lawyers claimed that I had no right to an audit, which was contrary to the terms of our agreement. In early 2024, after exhausting all peaceful avenues, I sought the intervention of a government agency. However, upon the counsel of Apostle Anselm Madubuko, a respected father in the faith, I suspended the case. Apostle Madubuko assured us that justice would prevail for all parties. Though I could not attend the meetings personally, I was duly represented. During this conciliatory meeting, Mr. Thank God Ezekiel agreed to cooperate with an independent audit. Unfortunately, subsequent actions by eezeeconceptz contradicted this agreement. The label failed to provide complete or accurate records, obstructed the audit process, and disseminated misleading public narratives. One such instance involves a video shared by the label's social media account purporting to show a meeting between Mr. Thank God and me in 2024. To set the record straight, this video was taken during a closure meeting in 2023, not in 2024 as falsely claimed. I have not met with Mr. Thank God at any point since my agreement ended in February 2024. What halted the audit process? Our auditors sent a formal email on June 6, 2024, requesting documents that the label had withheld during the audits. On June 7, 2024, the label's lawyer acknowledged receipt of the email. However, we received no further response. I have pursued this matter quietly, but this silence has come at great personal cost. It has been painful to see my parents ridiculed publicly, and most heartbreakingly, to see the name of Jesus dragged into this dispute. After careful consideration, I have decided to step away from the entire noise as regards this case. While my pursuit of justice is important, it pales in comparison to my role as a member of the body of Christ and my commitment to protecting the sanctity of His name. I am deeply grateful for your vote of confidence, immense love, and laborious intercessions over me in these times. To my family, the gospel music community, and all who have stood by me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. My focus remains unwavering, and my commitment to glorifying Jesus through this ministry the Lord has graciously committed into my hands remains steadfast. With love, JUDIKAY.
Check the comments. There are some comments where we say, tell am say, yeah, good that she won't carry on with 2025 in the positive and in a very good, say God will answer everything. Is it going to be like that for the Mercy Chinwo and her team? Now waiting, some people can't ask me that. Because the alleged matter of financial exploitation, ladies and gentlemen, and some things, the matter was strong. Now, if you watch to this part, that means say you get interest on waiting the sub, you want to the end. Now, you see, people, men, them, don't come outside now, can't talk about this particular situation. I am talking about Efe Omorebe. Efe wey be say na him be the best man wey be say he has done it all in when it comes to entertainment business, entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, he has been in the industry for like more than 2 years. See this man wey dey see so on your screen. So ladies and gentlemen, don't come outside, come learn the voice, come drop in your own 1-2 cents about this matter. He even talk about some things, but hey, when you hear that finish, when we come back, I get something to add.
Hi, my name is Efe Omorebe. I participated directly in the mediation meeting of May 13, 2024 between eezeeconceptz, representative of Mercy Chinwo and JUDIKAY. A few days prior, I'd been invited by a lawyer friend of mine who wanted me to provide context, industry insights concerning the disputes, and in all honesty, the conversation was around the transfer of master rights. I'm not privy to the prior events, but what I was told was that a certain gentleman had been arrested and they're negotiating the terms of a resolution, and one of the terms that he was kicking against was the transfer of the master rights from the label to the artist, based on whatever disagreements they were having. So I attended that meeting at the residence of the Reverend gentleman, and there was also representatives of both artists. There was a lawyer that I found out eventually was EEZEE's lawyer, and there was also Hilda Dokubo, in that meeting. And my position as an industry expert was basically simple. The issues can be resolved, they will be resolved through whatever process that all the parties agreed. As far as the master rights was concerned, I shared my thoughts to everybody sitting there that the master rights traditionally reside, with the record label. And I've not heard anything or seen anything in the course of that conversation that should compel the label to give up, control of the rights to the artist. That however, if the artist insists, if they want, the rights, what they ought to do is to make an offer, do a valuation, exercise, establish the value of the catalog, and offer some kind of payment to the label that would have to consider that and determine whether they want to transfer, whether they want to sell or not. So it's really a matter of saying, okay, I want to buy the rights. How much are you going to sell it to me? From what I know, that is basically the standard practice. I reference the fact that at that particular time, Burna Boy and Spaceship, Entertainment were in a conversation that made a bid to buy the rights, the master rights to, it's recordings that were put out under Aristocrats, around 2013, 2014, 2015-ish. And for me, that was the standard practice. People buy back their master rights if the labels are willing to sell. It's not something you bring in law enforcement or you compel someone, to sign out. That the much I know.
This matter, well, on the far. Will Mercy Chinwo case be like the one of JUDIKAY? Will she one day, or will she very soon come out and say, okay, I leave it? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you see about this whole matter? Because me, I like peace, yo. Me, I want peace. But sometimes violence too. And I sweet, yeah. And I make everything that makes sense, yeah. What you gonna say? What you gonna do if it was you? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish peace and joy. And for JUDIKAY, thank you very much. And we love you. First of all, why am I saying thank you? It's because of the good music way you throw for us. I love the way you are doing. And Mercy Chinwo too. You have been an inspiration. You have been a mentor to a lot of people. Baby. Baby, you don't want to know how they inspire men them. Mercy Chinwo, your head is there. May nothing stain your name. And eezeeconceptz too, CEO too. You serve, your head is there because I not go lie for you. How many investors now with everything even they happen? We don't see you say if you do well, you try. But we see this matter, we don't feel pull too much because you don't enter the court level. We pray that you can help us, you understand, iron up this whole matter. But please, for all love. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch the M3 Real, this popping la, I say make I bring this one come as it happen. I say make you just break and down small. But in case you get your own opinion on what you got to say, what you gotta do, no say popping la day here for you. Enjoy.